Good morning, Board of Commissioners. My name is Reverend Kiana Jones, and I live here in DeKalb County. I was born and raised in DeKalb County 44 years ago, and am still a proud resident of DeKalb County. And I stand before you today to speak for myself, for my own family, but also as a member of the Atlanta Multi-Faith Coalition for Palestine. I implore you just to do the right thing. Stop hiding behind who you might be afraid of, who has Jewish money to give you, that you can't stand for all people. When you say that something is anti-Semitic, it is not simply because you condemn wrongdoing by Jewish people or Israelis. Anti-Semitism refers to everyone in that area. We need to stand on facts. We need to stop being led by conjecture. Stop making your decisions in fear. But you know what? Actually, I'm going to walk that back. Be afraid and do it anyway, because it's the right thing to do. Now, I have come to many of these meetings, and first of all, this is the first time that I've seen all of you here at once when I've been here. But secondly, you have constituents everywhere from all walks of life. And when people are calling for peace, you need to stand for peace. If you don't find a way to give one side what they want and then another side what they want, just stand in the middle and say peace. Y'all, every meeting, get some spiritual leader up here with a prayer, with inspiration. We serve a God that does not delight in the killing of anyone. Ceasefire now is the only real solution. It is the only authentic solution. And let me tell you something. If you see me on the street, come and talk to me, because Reverend Kiana will call all of you out everywhere. And I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed to stand on what I say. I'm not ashamed to call you out when you do wrong. I came here once before because of the foolery around Cop City. Trust and believe that I'm still working on that, because that fight is inherently connected to what's going on in Palestine. But what I want to say is that it's not okay for you to take one group of people and esteem them above another. You are supposed to represent all constituents of DeKalb County. That means it doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter what their faith is. But when you get a group of multi-faith leaders across all spiritual disciplines who are calling for you to simply say peace, what could be the wrong in that? You gonna ruffle some feathers because you do the right thing? Then you ought to be proud, because it's always right. The time is always right to do what is right. Y'all love to invoke Dr. Martin Luther King. Bernice King already said that her father would be calling for ceasefire, and we are calling on you again today to do the same thing.
All right. How many more speakers do we have?
One more.
One more. Who's our next speaker?
Dr. Mark Goldfeder.
All right. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Dr. Mark Goldfeder. I'm the director of the National Jewish Advocacy Center. We just heard a goddamn anti-Semite from this podium who couldn't control her anti-Semitism for 5 minutes.
Mark, please address your comments to the Board of Commissioners.
Commissioners, I have to change my remarks on the fly now. I'm sorry, because we just heard an anti-Semite stand here with her anti-Semitic tropes about Jews and power and money, and she couldn't control herself. This resolution, no matter what it says now, all it does is give cover to the naked anti-Semitism that has been brought to the fore by October 7th. I am shocked to the core that I just heard a public display of anti-Semitism from a woman who pretends to be a person of faith. That was disgusting and horribly offensive. This should be the easiest moral question of our time. Do you stand with Israel, who is destroying a United States designated terrorist organization, or do you stand with the designated terrorist organization that killed our babies and is now hiding behind their babies? There is not a single person in this room who can give a better way of destroying Hamas. You know, international law doesn't give a pass to a terrorist just because they hide behind an innocent civilian. If it did, you would have given a pass and a roadmap to every terrorist in the history of the world to do whatever they want and then hide behind innocent civilians. It doesn't, which is why the Republican Party, the Democratic Party are not calling for a ceasefire. Israel has to be able to destroy Hamas. Just this week, Hamas announced it plans to kill every single Jew on the planet. That includes all the Jews.
Respectfully.
I'm
Respectfully.
happy to provide the videos.
Mark, one moment. Respectfully. This is a highly contentious issue. Everyone has been given an opportunity to speak their mind. Excuse me, sir. Amos, please escort that gentleman out. Mark, please finish your comments.
Yes. In their charter, and again this week, Hamas has declared that not only will they destroy Israel, they would like to exterminate every single Jew on this planet. That includes all the Jews in your district. This is not a microcosm of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. These are terrorists killing our people, genocidal. They need to be destroyed. Israel is doing the best that it can. From the Pentagon to the Military Institute at West Point, I quote, "There is no evidence of Israel targeting civilians, period. Israel's not committing war crimes. It is doing the absolute best job that an army can do, and it should be allowed to continue." If you can't say that, then I ask you to just please say nothing. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.